All right, there's one more thing we need to touch on today.
Yeah?
I think we hit on everything. What's in the title? We talked Mike McDonald, we did the mock, and we talked Drake May. We covered everything. Mike Vrabel. The amount of bias that a large human being has to deal with around today's NFL.
I was about to ask, are we covering this because you are unusually sensitive to bigism as a large human?
I'm over here. I mean, why even have a draft model that's going to double your draft hit rate? Why even have this if Mike Vrabel, who's smaller than me, is word around the league is that he's too big. He's just too big and strong and intimidating for these little owners to deal with. He's just too intimidating.
So for anybody,
what does that do? Like, what does that say for people like me that are trying to get into the GM door here?
Let's get to that in a minute. For people that don't know,
let's get to that in a minute.
What the hell are you talking about?
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Set it up. You tell me.
I just asked you. You're on the rant. What the hell are you on about?
Diana Rossini. I'm not gonna quote her directly because I don't have it right in front of me. You can find it if you want. Diana Rossini. Dying to get on the podcast, by the way. We'll talk to Diana at some point.
Cool.
Hopefully. We'll see. Diana reported from the Senior Bowl that some GM, she was asking about Vrabel, and some GM basically said, do you have the quote exactly?
So there's two, right? She followed up. An anonymous GM tells Diana Rossini that Vrabel's physical stature may have been a factor. Quote, he's a very large human being and can be very intimidating to people in an organization. She then quote tweeted that. That was from The Athletic, who was, turning this into social media fodder. And she says, I absolutely laughed at the notion. But the GM followed up by saying, quote, I'm just telling you, I've been in rooms and somebody's physical presence can make a difference. End quote. Thoughts, large human?
It's just not kind. It's not nice. It's not nice.
You have to admit, though, as an unusually large human, that it is a thing. I mean, you have a presence to you that certain people find unusually intimidating. Now, I'm not one of them.
Right, but as you've said, I don't use that enough, so maybe I'm okay. Maybe I'm okay. Like, Mike Vrabel is an intimidating
Maybe he
guy.
does.
I mean, we were at Titans camp. There was a brawl.
Yeah.
And they were were you there? Or I was there that day, right? There was a brawl, and there's helmets flying or whatever, and Mike Vrabel just jumps in the middle of it.
Right.
I'm going to break this up. I might start throwing some blows, too. I don't know. We'll see what happens. See how mad I am. I don't do that.
Might slap some fools while I'm at it.
I don't care if helmets are flying around here and I don't have one on. We're doing this. So, yeah, I mean, he's probably more intimidating than me. But I'm bigger than him.
Yeah, you are. But I think it sounds ridiculous, right? And it should be ridiculous. But there are definitely individuals out there in the world who are unusually intimidated by exceptionally large people. We know some of them, right? I have remarked on it repeatedly for the last several years.
We have coworkers.
Right. There are certain people that find you unusually scary.
It's never the right people, though.
I'm not.
It's
no,
never
I know.
the people that.
Right. It's not helping you, but
pay the bills or anything. It's
but
never
they
the right
exist,
people that are
right?
intimidated.
I don't find you physically intimidating, but certain people do. And if one of those people is running an NFL team, you're not getting the GM gig. They're going to take one look at you and they go, I'm not letting Big Goofy sit in a room opposite me and intimidate me over a draft decision.
I just feel like
my
potential GM options just got cut in half, a third, a quarter. I don't know.
It got reduced.
Who are the biggest owners in the NFL? I got to figure out who's going to be least intimidated.
Yeah. I don't know. There aren't. I don't.
Anybody know any? Irsay wouldn't be intimidated.
There aren't that many giant. Oh, I don't think size is your thing.
Tepper
right?
wouldn't be intimidated. He'd just be chucking water at me.
Like
or something.
for example, there's not a chance in hell. There's not a chance in hell that Jerry Jones is concerned by your size.
No.
Right?
No, Jerry's seen some stuff through the years.
Exactly.
He's not.
Jerry doesn't care that you're a giant human. David Tepper probably doesn't care that you're a giant human. Yeah. They got bigger fish to fry. They've got other things to deal with. They wholeheartedly believe that they can ruin your life and extinguish you if you overstep the boundaries, right?
I mean, that's the thing. Why would you be intimidated? You ball's in your court, man.
But there are owners. I don't know how many. There's 32 NFL owners. I don't know what the number is that would find you and Vrabel intimidating. But I believe it's a thing.
Well, let us know if you think this is going to hinder my chances of getting that GM job, which we're working hard to get here while we're at the network and
but to
Senior
be clear,
Bowl, Super Bowl,
To be clear, lest I get, implicated in this sizeism, I believe it's silly. But I do believe it's real. Silly but real.
So Diana's not just making stuff up from the sideline of the Senior Bowl. This is real
Certainly
stuff.
not when it comes to this story. Who knows what else she's been saying? I can't vouch for everything she's tweeted.
She said it. So it's an unnamed current GM. It's one of the 32.
Yes. So at least one of these people is in that category. I believe there's probably more than one, but I don't know how many.